What is up, YouTube? Michaela Hayden here. We're doing something fun today. We're taking a look at what the average budget might look like according to ChatGPT. So we're going to jump into their chat module. We're going to type out a prompt or two and see if we can get an exportable sheet that we can then import into Google Sheets and take a look at what ChatGPT considers a good budget. We're going to look at a monthly budget based on kind of the average salary, which is $60,000 per year. So let's hop on over there and see what we can get. All right, let's type up our prompt here. Let's say, give me a monthly budget based on a $60,000 per year salary that is in .csv format. Let's start with that, see what it gives us. All right, it's pretty standard looking budget, nothing too crazy. Let's improve this a little bit and say, take into consideration let's say taxes and a pre-tax 401k contribution of 6% yearly. Let's go with that, see what it spits out. Let's just say, can you improve this a little bit? All right, so here is something that looks a little bit more usable. I like how it shows you kind of where all your taxes might be going and kind of what your net income would be after you're already saving $300 a month, which also reduces your taxes a little bit. And then it goes through some of the most common things that you'd be spending money on. So how do we now import this into a spreadsheet? Well, let's go ahead and copy this and pull up a notepad. We're just going to paste that in there and save as. And we're going to title this AI budget.csv, and we can exit out of it. Now if we go into our sheets, we can say import, go to upload, browse, and then click on our AI budget.csv, and we're going to change the separator type to comma and go ahead and import this data. All right, now that that's done, we can say open now to see our newly imported spreadsheet. And you can see it throws it in here all nice. You can expand some of these so that you can see everything. But there you go. For a $60,000 a year salary, your gross income per month would be $5,000. $300 put into your 401k for retirement, so your taxable income would only be the $4,700. You can see what kinds of taxes that would be. These would obviously be different depending on what state you're living in. So this number could change, and you can change that as needed. But you can see what a net income would likely look like at $60,000 per year. And then this is just assuming some kind of average numbers for housing costs, what your rent might look like, utilities, groceries. These look like numbers for probably a single person. If you have a family, I'd expect these numbers to be a decent amount higher than what they're showing here. So you could definitely move some of these numbers around, and in that case, this would actually be equal to your net income minus the sum of the rest of these items. Um, and then as you move numbers around, say your rent's actually $1,400 a month, then you can see this number change. Maybe you only spend $250 on groceries, and you don't spend a ton on gas every month, so maybe this is only $150. So you can see how your savings changes as you manipulate some of these other things. Maybe you don't have any debt on a credit card, so this would be 0. And then things like going out and eating, going to the movies, everything like that would fall under entertainment. And then miscellaneous could be things like repairing a car, getting new tires, things like that, that aren't necessarily in one of these categories, might not be a planned expenditure, but you had to spend money on it anyways, and it's good to plan for those things. So it's good to have this kind of miscellaneous other category. But on top of that, this savings number is not including our 401k contribution. So we're already contributing to retirement here in this scenario given to us by ChatGPT, and $300 plus a possible employer match. So this could potentially be $600 if your employer does that, is already going into your savings. So this plus another $600, you're looking at almost $1,500 of savings every month on what ChatGPT created for this monthly budget, which is pretty cool. Now, again, ChatGPT gives some information here about what it's generated, but another couple of ideas that you can put into this are perhaps asking it to put an emphasis on investing for retirement. So let's see what we do when we do that. We'll say put an emphasis on saving for retirement and investing. So what it did here was 401k contribution. It added in an IRA or a Roth IRA contribution of $150 a month. Brokerage account, this could just be personal trading of stocks and mutual funds. An emergency fund, which is kind of what I was saying about this miscellaneous down here, but kind of give you a buffer so that you don't need to go into debt when an emergency comes up. And so you get a total investment contribution here, which helps to boost that savings and that push for having a big amount of money for retirement. And as you can see, it changed a bunch of these items here, which may not exactly line up with what you have, so you can change those manually when you export and import it into Sheets. And just to recap, guys, if you were to do this yourself and you asked it to generate you a CSV of the information, then you can just copy your code. You would then save that to a text document, but you'd hit save as, title it .csv, and then if you go into Sheets, all you would have to do is go to File, Import, and import that into your Sheets, and it'll come out looking like this, where you can manipulate it as needed. And you can even change your total or your savings number to something similar like this, where it's calculating for you your net income minus all of those expenses. I thought it was really cool how we were able to use ChatGPT to generate a kind of starter budget for us. It's not perfect since it doesn't know everybody's situation, all of our individual expenses, but it gives us a good starting point to where we can start really nailing down what our expenses look like every month and where we can be saving and investing money with the excess. So if you guys like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you want to try it for yourself, I would recommend it. And you can always add different things to your prompt to make it fit your lifestyle and your budget better. But if you guys are new here, please hit that subscribe button. And if you have any comments, just put them down in the comments section and I'll take a look at them for possible videos in the future. But thank you guys for watching this week, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.